Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey. I have returned. So, this is my massive pile of mixed granny squares. I am just putting in the ends and putting the finished ones in this bag so they're ready to join together. I have noticed that I seem to have a whole lot of this navy blue. So I think I might just edge it in navy blue, and maybe once in a while this baby yarn. But I'm not loving the baby yarn with it, so the navy blue is probably going to be a better choice. Anyways, glad you're here, and let's get to tucking some ends away. Okay, so this is my granny square cover that I'm making to cover a child's armchair. I grabbed some tape that's supposed to help with the fake leather on it, keep it together, so we're going to see if that actually works. Hopefully it does. Who knows? Tried duct tape on something similar years ago, and the duct tape just kept coming off on people, so hopefully with a cover on it, it'll help keep it together, because the fake vinyl, fake leather, is really starting to come off. So we are just trying to put my ends in, because I am going to want it to be washable. You know, kids can be rough on things, so I am hoping that this will work out the way I want it to. Okay. And okay. I may not have a lot of time today for videos. I was just invited to go join my youngest in her Minecraft game because she wants to play with me for a little bit. Because we're building stuff, and she wants to show me the house that she made for us to go, because she put a bed in there so I can sleep in her house and have sleepovers and be with her. Yeah. So that's adorable. Anyways, good imaginative play. She's been learning how to build houses and how to plan things. So, yeah. Sometimes I will join them just because, well, they ask. They also ask me to crochet a ton of stuff, so, you know, it's a balancing act. A lot of the stuff that we have to do as parents, people in general. I mean, even if you don't have kids, there's a lot you gotta balance throughout your life. Keeping other people happy, promises, friends, relatives. There's all sorts of commitments that people make, minor, big. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. I'm glad my eyes are getting a little bit iffy. I think I was told like 10 years ago by an eye doctor that I will definitely be getting cataracts, and I feel like they're starting to show up. I'm getting a dark spot on one of my eyes where it's getting harder and harder to see out of my peripheral, and I usually have really good peripheral. So that is going on my list of things to take care of once I start getting a few paychecks under my belt, and that would be getting proper glasses. I think I'm stepping out of the readers and needing actual glasses, so that's okay. That's okay. I've accepted it. I've been forewarned that I will probably have to have cataract surgery at some point in my life, and that it's just an inevitable due to deep gouges in my iris. But that's alright. I've accepted it. And it's just a matter of working around it. So I think it's time that I go and get some teeth out and get my eyes checked and get that stuff going, and do the same for my husband as well. His nighttime vision is not doing so well for driving, and sometimes he has to go pick up our son later in the evening. But either way, it's just a good idea. Alright, so that is in. It's a weird looking square. I don't know if I would have put these colors together. Pardon me, sorry, I put that in my mouth. I don't know if I would have put these colors together, but I am not hating it. It's fun. It's fun. Into the done pile you go. And I'm keeping a bag of scraps just because, you know, I don't want to throw it out, but it could definitely go in as stuffing for an amigurumi or one of the pillows I have planned. Oh, I've been planning things, I know. Always looking at the next item that I want to make. I got those two beautiful cakes for my birthday. Purple and yellow and black. They look like pansies. And I am really waffling on what I want to make. I want something long and flowy. It is a wearable. A wearable. It is a cotton. Definitely a cotton. But it is more of a satiny finish cotton. Compared to what like Hobie has in their cotton cakes. And I like both for different reasons, but this one I'm feeling like I need a kimono, right? Because then it's nice and light and I can just throw it on, and that would mean quite a bit, wouldn't it? Depending on the stitch. But I really want the yellows and the purples to be like the main star, and I want it to be something that I reach for. Like a summer duster, I guess is the best way of putting it, because I do have my gray and black, which is my winter, fall, rest of the year duster, and I absolutely love that. My nephew came to visit and thought it was a bathrobe, and I was like, that's fine, you can think it's a bathrobe. I love it either way. It is comfortable, it is warm, and it feels like I'm wearing a blanket everywhere I go, and that is phenomenal. So you look cute, and the comfort is like out of this world, so that is a win-win as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so just trying to bury some ends so I can put all these pieces together. I'm most of the way through. I think I have 77 left. 70 left of these to just do. So if you see a few videos of me doing this, it's because I'm trying to finish off this step before I start joining everything. I don't want to do the ends after I've joined all the pieces, because oh my gosh, the ends would never ever stop, because I'm going to have to put ends in when I start adding it together, depending on how I'm putting it together. I don't know. There's so many ways to join your granny squares that it's a very big question of what I want to do. I do know I want to put some sort of material behind it to help keep the whatever tape I use to tape together the vinyl. Try to keep it from getting damaged or peeling off or sticking to people, because that was absolutely terrible. I had a whole couch like that made out of that vinyl, and it just started to disintegrate and break down. So yeah, note to self, don't do that. Don't buy the vinyl. Just don't. And if you're unlucky enough to be a person that runs hot, it will stick right to you, the whole thing, and not even the tape, but the actual vinyl will stick to your skin. It happened to my husband all the time, because he runs pretty warm compared to me. He always says I'm cold. I'm comfortable. I'm not overheating, I'm not underheating, but he says my skin's always cold. I'm like, okay, well that's cool. I'm fine with that. I'd rather have that over being a mini heater. Maybe my makeup won't melt. Haha. Yes, it will. And our heat has started. Lots of fires all around. Not so much near us yet, but I don't know. I'm always worried about that. Right now it's Alberta and Saskatchewan and Manitoba that are really being hit hard, and up north in BC. I do live in BC, sort of centrally, I guess is the best way of putting it without getting too detailed. But it is a scary prospect. Prospect of how do you rebuild from there. Like, it makes me wonder if I even want to bother trying to own a home as opposed to renting, because I'm hearing horror stories of things not being rebuilt, insurance not covering it. I'm hearing that it's hard to get actual homeowner insurance in this region now because of the fires that keep happening, so that's exciting. A little disappointing. I guess if you own a home, I mean, you're on your own. And I don't like the sound of that. I do have renter's insurance just in case something happens. But I'm hearing some horror stories about that too, that I should probably have a file somewhere full of pictures of what I own and hope that they give us anywhere near what it's worth. I was like, oh goodness, because they've never asked for that, so I'm pretty sure we have all of that taken care of already. But I'm just going to look into it again, because we have a few TVs and computers and stuff, so it's not stuff that we want to have to keep buying, but we probably would have to. I guarantee they would not want to replace my DVD collection. I have a few. It's not a huge collection, but 300's quite a bit, and some of them are special editions and all that good stuff, but I don't think that would matter. I'll just tell you to go to a thrift or a pawn shop, which is probably what you'd have to do at this point, because physical media is a little harder to find. But we went to the thrift store the other day and found a really nice Blu-ray player, which we did not have a proper Blu-ray player for our television, so that's good, because we do have lots of Blu-rays. We just have a couple Blu-ray players in the computers, and the funny thing about that is you can play Blu-rays, but you have to pay a subscription for it to play Blu-rays on your computer. There is no way around that. So I've already bought the stuff, bought the Blu-ray, but to use the Blu-ray player as a Blu-ray player, I have to pay monthly. I found that to be a little bit disappointing. We have 2 computers with Blu-ray players that we just don't watch Blu-rays on, because we do not want to pay. It's a very hefty one too. I think it was like $30 for 3 months or something. It was like $10 a month for my Blu-ray player to play Blu-rays. Yeah. I don't like that. There's only a couple things we have on Blu-ray that aren't on streaming services, so yeah, it's a little bit of a, twist, but it does play my DVDs, so that's good. I have some DVDs that I really want to watch. Somebody was selling the whole series of a TV show that I loved in the 90s, and I still love it to this day, and I love watching it every couple of years. It's called The Pretender. It's about a boy. He was taken as a boy for this place called the Center, and he is able to put himself into any position, in any sort of thing, and pretend to be these people and work out things. It was a really interesting one. He escaped, and he was out helping regular people with issues and problems and bad things that happened to these people. He'd fix wrongs and stuff. He was kind of a Robin Hood-y type deal. But I really have enjoyed that story. It was very mysterious. The mysteries were deep, and not very many of them got fully answered by the end, even with a standalone movie trying to wrap stuff up. And Yeah, I just absolutely loved that story. So every so often I just love to revisit it. And we found the whole DVD set being sold for like $5. So that was a really good deal. My husband jumped all over that for me. He didn't even ask. He was like, I know you're going to want this. And he went and got it for me. And I think he got me the Godfather trilogy at the same time, which is another one that I just really need to have in my library. I don't watch it all the time, but every so often, when the mood strikes, it better be there for me. Because those are some interesting stories. I didn't enjoy the book as much as I enjoyed the movies, but that's okay. That doesn't happen to me very often. Usually I like the book better. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So this one's going to be a bit tricky because it is all the blue, but I'm going to allow it because, I mean, it's no different than, say, if you edged in black. I do have a whole nother navy blue in the loops and threads that I was going to be using for a different project. So if I run out, I do have something else, but it is a 4-weight. Anyhow, thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box. And I will see you again very soon. Bye.